Hi everyone, how's it going? What I have for you today is a mini flow. What you're gonna need are 2 blocks, 2 blankets. If you don't have those things, you are capable of practicing, but I am gonna be teaching and using them along in this practice. So I do encourage you to use them and to play along. So when you're ready, go ahead and have everything close by within arm's reach, and then find a comfortable seat. Get all your fidgets, all your wiggles out, and then when you can find some physical stillness, then you can close the eyes. Allow these first couple of moments to help bring you into your practice, physically, mentally, energetically. Take a few deep breaths. When you're ready, open up the eyes. All right, so let's get right into it. So go ahead and grab one of your blankets, right, and unfold it just so it looks like this. Place it onto your mat. So I'm gonna face you. You can face long ways, or this would be long ways, or towards the front of your mat, but I'm gonna face you. Come onto your blanket on your knees, right, and have your blocks close by. Right, and then just stand up with the shins on the floor, right? Think of being here just as you would be in Tadasana on your feet. And then go ahead and hinge forward, come onto all fours. Find evenness in the weight of your hands. So from pinky edge to thumb edge, from the heel of the palm to the tips of the fingers, right? Have this action of push and pull so that the hands are engaged and lifting, the arms are lifting, everything draws in towards center, in towards the body. Right. Shift your weight onto your right leg. Right, and then step the left leg out to the side. We want to keep the leg in a neutral position, just as if we were in a Prasarita Padottanasana. So press down through the outer edge of the foot, and then lift from the inner edge of the foot all the way up till the pelvis. You may even start to feel a slight shift in the hips to come back more centered. Now, any amount, go ahead and walk the arms forward. Right. Press down into the ground. Right. And allow the chest to let go and come closer to the ground. Keep the hips exactly where they are. Continue to lift for the inner edge of the foot. Start to walk the hands back. Return onto, return to that more neutral position. Right, and then step the left leg in. Return to center. All right, so we're back on all fours. Let me just move these out of your way. All right. Step the right foot out. All right, have the leg be in more of that neutral position. All right, toes face forward. And then press down through the bottom, the back edge of the foot, outer edge of the foot. And then lift from the inner line of the foot all the way up to the pelvis. Stay lifted and supported in the trunk, and then start to walk the hands forward. Right, keep the hips exactly where they are. And then have a light press of the hands into the ground. Release the trunk, the head. Continue to lift through the inner edge of the leg. Walk the hands back. Draw the leg back in. Return to all fours. And then sit back on the heels. Sit up on your shins. Right. Place one block on the left side, one block on the right side. And then rise back up to your kneeling Tadasana. So extend the arms out to a T, right? And then draw the arms back into their sockets. Right? Reach out through the wrists. Right. Step that left leg out, just how we did. Right? Keep the toes forward. So we're going to come into a modified side plank. Right? So we're going to reach the waist, reach the right waist, right arm all the way towards the back edge of the mat, and then tilt and bend over. Right? If the floor is a little far, you can come onto the block, but then reach the tailbone down towards the heel, okay, and then lengthen on the entire body. Use all of your muscles, everything in your body, draw everything to center to pull yourself back up. Press down through the right foot, step the left foot to meet the right, or left leg to meet the right. All right, take your arms down. Remove your block if you had it. Re-extend the arms out wide. Reach out through the wrists. All right, shift your weight onto the left leg and then step the right leg out. All right, return with the toes forward. All right, reach the left waist, left arm forward as much as you can. Then bend over, bringing the hand to the floor or a block. All right, reach the tailbone down towards the heels and then lengthen from the entire body. Use all of your strength to pull and lift yourself back up. Step the foot in. Take the arms down. Come back onto your heels and pause. Take a deep breath in, followed by a deep breath out. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Right, take your blocks to the front edge of your mat. Remove your blanket. And then just place it off to the side. All right. We're going to meet on all fours. Right, step the left foot, right foot back. Step the right foot back. Right, find that evenness in the hands. Right, step the left foot back, plank pose. Right, think of having a block in between your legs. Right, reach the tailbone down towards the heels. Hug everything from the outer edges in. Right, press out through the hands, extend through the arms, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Keep that imaginary block in between your thighs. And reach long through the inner edges of the feet.
Lift the right leg. Step it forward in between the hands. All right, lift your hands up off the ground. All right, get into those legs. All right, we want to keep everything, the hips, the trunk, everything open up to the left. Right, so take that back heel down to a 90-degree angle, press down to the outer edge of the back foot, and then turn the pelvis, turn the trunk. Lift the trunk up, spread the arms, warrior two. Apologies for my back being behind you, or to you. Right, and then refine that lift of the inner foot, up through the inner thigh, up through the pelvis, out through the crown of the head. We're going to transition to a low lunge. So take the hands down, rotate that back leg into a neutral position, low lunge. All right, step the right foot back, down dog. Lift the left leg, step it forward. Hands up off the ground, right? Get into those legs. All right, root the back heel down, right? So that hip starts to open up. All right, keep the chest, everything else open as you pull yourself up. Extend the arms, all right? Reach out through the wrists. Press down through the outer edge of the back foot, and then find that lift from the inner line all the way out through the crown of the head. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. All right, we're going to return back to a low lunge. All right. So take the hands down, right? Start to rotate the trunk, return to that neutral leg position in the back. Right. Step the left leg to a downward facing dog. Step, walk, or hop yourself forward to the front edge of your mat. Take your hands to your hips and then pull down on the butt flesh, lift with a flat back, Tadasana. All right, grab one of your blocks, take it in your right hand. All right. Left hand on your hip, soften the knees, but keep the legs strong. All right. Shift your weight over into the right foot. All right, challenge here is we're going to tilt forward to come into an Artichandrasana, half moon, right? So the whole challenge, right, not just keeping the balance, but also keeping this whole body open to the left, right? So take your time, right? Get deep into that knee, hug that right outer hip in, stay stable on that standing leg. Keep the toes light and long, right? Right, use that leg to root you to the ground to keep you standing up tall. Keep the low back long. Lengthen from heel to crown. Slight rotation of the right side of the trunk more forward, right? So shoulders stack. Chest stays open. And then bend the knee. Right, touch that back foot down. Walk the hand back so the block comes to the outside of the ankle. Right, press out through the front heel. Right, keep those hips, that trunk, everything open to the left, triangle pose. Right, continue to lift from that inner line in the back leg. Take it all the way out through the crown of the head. Take your gaze down, bend through the knee, come into a low lunge, and then step yourself forward. Tadasana. Grab your block, take it in your left hand this time. We're gonna do the same thing, right? So shift your weight into that left leg, get really strong and stable here, right? So knees bent, outer hip hugs in, toes stay light and long. All right. Try and keep the hips, the trunk, everything open to the right. All right. Keep the outer hip hugging in. Keep the knee bent as long as you need. Reach out through the heel, the crown of the head, and then continue to take that whole left side of the chest more forward. So shoulders are stacked, chest is open. Start to bend through the standing leg. Take that back foot down. Walk the hand into the ankle. Right? And then press out through the front heel to straighten the leg. Triangle pose. Lift through the inner edge of the foot, out through the crown of the head. Come to a low lunge. Step the back foot forward. Tadasana. Take a deep breath in, followed by a deep breath out. Sweep the arms up. Dive and fold forward. Hop or step the feet back to a downward facing dog. Take the knees to the ground. Right, bring the big toes to touch, and then take the knees only as wide as the sides of the trunk, right? So start to sit yourself back, come into a child's pose, and adjust the legs from there. Again, we just want the thighs as wide as the side of the trunk. Now bring your attention to your hip points, right, your pelvis, right, and have a slight lift up on the hip points so they come up towards the ribs, right? This will start to bring like the front of the body into the back of the body, right? And you may experience a little bit of roundness here. Rest the elbows. Rest the arms. You can also place a block under the forehead and a block under the chest. But just find a moment here to get a little round in the back body, to keep your front supported and the back supported. Take your hands down by your sides. Slowly lift yourself up to sit. Sweep your hips to the left. Sweep your legs to the right and forward. Grab one of your blocks. Bend the knees, plant the feet, and then come onto your back. Press evenly through the feet and then lift the hips up at the same time, and then place the block on its lowest, widest setting. and rest the sacrum onto the block. So the whole back of the pelvis rests evenly on the block. You can also use blankets. Lift your feet up off the ground and then extend out through the heels as much as you can. All right, just take the legs up towards the sky and imagine that someone you know and care about is placing a big sandbag on the soles of your feet. Right, with all of that weight, just allows and softens the legs, the muscles, everything to just roll back towards the pelvis, to roll down to the ground. And allow that feeling of softness to rush up the trunk, over the face, down the arms, down the back. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Bend the knees. Return the feet to the floor. Lift the hips and remove the block. Lower the back onto the ground. Extend the right leg. Extend the left leg. Find evenness on the right and left sides of the body. Move into a slower, deeper rhythm of breath. And relax everything from the crown of the head to the tip of the toe. You can stay here in Shavasana and stay as long as you'd like. If you have to come up with me, then bend your knees, plant the feet on the floor, roll onto your side and use your arm as a pillow. Press your hand into the ground and then lift yourself up, return to a seat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Open up your eyes. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, I would love to hear from you. Thank you again and enjoy the rest of your day.